the wrong intro
We
cue.
tried.
We're not featuring True Crime Garage.
Yeah.
Not
Womp womp.
But I mean, if mentioning them gets more viewers, then hey. We're
They're
definitely
totally on the show. They're definitely on the show every week.
Dark greetings, everybody. Welcome to fucking Fighting with Friends on the Big Dumb Monsters Network for Mega Stream Night. I hope everyone's excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was much rejoicing.
Everybody sounds so excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I was supposed to hit play also.
Yeah. So we can have that going in the old BG.
Because this
I'm
is definitely
excited.
something I
I'm
want in my eye
excited to
hole.
never ever watch this movie again.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is what I want in my eye holes again.
Yeah, no thank you.
But there is a Hobgoblins 2 from 2009.
I mean,
Yeah, 21 years later. So just saying.
I
Oh, and
won't watch
McCready's
it.
in it again. McCready is in it again.
the
Who
film
the hell is
quality.
McCready's the old guy.
Oh,
The old security guard.
you gotta be kidding me.
I don't know if it's the same one, but it features the character McCready.
It can't be. The guy's gotta be dead.
Even just the film quality of this is so fucking bad.
Yeah, this is such cheesy 80s, like low budget work that it looks like it's from the 60s.
Yeah, utter schlock.
And it's not playing.
I think
Good.
that's what we deserve.
Ironically, we have Gremlins.
Hey,
Yeah, there we go. This one right there.
Much better.
Yeah.
Significantly better movie.
in the comment that I put for the Discord to drum people up, I don't know if you saw, like one of the reviews was, this movie's the ripoffs of
The
ripoffs.
ripoffs.
So like if Critters was a ripoff of Gremlins,
Yeah.
this was the ripoff of Critters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was fucking something special in the
This is
worst
what happens.
way imaginable.
This is what happens when you let ghoulies eat your ass.
Yes,
Yeah, this is-
exactly. Yeah. We have a whole sticker advising people not to do that.
I have that
Yeah, this is
hidden
fine.
on the inside of my little 45s box. Well, if you flip up the lid, it says that.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen higher quality pornos than this.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. For real.
There's very few things in as much HD as the porn I want. Get that 4D porn.
Ugh. Smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't need that explained.
Wait till you get 5D with feel like added. Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know if I can handle 5Ds.
For real, I thought I was friends with any of you. But the fact that I had to watch Mac and Me, and then I had to watch this fucking shit pile,
The Mac
just
and Me
means that we're
wasn't
not cool.
entirely my doing.
And don't forget, you were this close to being able to watch Rhinestone.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
stripped that away from you.
right there.
You know what angers me the most about this movie is that it's on the same list of bad movies as Rhinestone.
Yeah, no,
That's a
Yeah.
fucking travesty.
yeah, there's a wide
Yeah.
gap between this level of bad and like
Rhinestone's not even
like,
bad. It's
camp,
fine.
cheesy, kind of ridiculous.
Oh, this is just garbage.
Yeah, no, this is
Like,
utter trash.
This belongs on a list of bad movies with things like Solaris.
I will fight you right here, right now.
You are never gonna let that go, are you? Is that like your new bit?
That's gonna be a thing
Just
for
how
me.
much you
'cause
hate that movie?
2 hours and 46 minutes.
You're such a bitch.
I read the book and it took less time. No, we're talking
Yeah.
Hobgoblins. We're talking Hobgoblins.
I have to make a graphic now for Art's fucking Solaris Easter egg for every.
When am I gonna find a way to tie it in?
Yeah,
You know,
like a band.
this is like how when I was watching Solaris.
I think up until recently, I had made some sort of gagging noise in like every single episode.
You do gag, yeah.
I don't know what that says about me, but
Timestamp the gag and they'll shout you out in the next episode.
Yeah.
That's a
it'd be
sticker.
pretty
Timestamp the gag.
Oh my god.
good. You're welcome.
I
Oh.
am
That can
writing
be your
that one
sticker.
down.
When we start doing network stickers, that's my contribution.
Yeah.
Timestamp the gag.
Are you writing that down? You are
I
writing that
absolutely
down.
am.
Okay, why would we not do that immediately?
And just it takes so long for them to even fucking tell you like where they are.
Okay, yeah, you don't know that they're at a movie set. Like you kind of do if you've seen movie sets in other movies and stuff, but like
But also just like
studio. But even outside the fact that they don't really explain where they are, they're guarding something. You don't see the gremlins. Sorry, the hobgoblins, which are like teddy bear gremlins, but like sheep Norwegian knockoffs.
They look like My Pet Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even see them till like an hour in.
Yeah, it's like an embarrassingly long time for a movie
Have to
called
be, yeah.
Hobgoblins.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the problem is that like they don't do anything. Like that they're just like basically stuffed animals that they're trotting around, trying to make look intimidating or vicious.
I want one, by the way.
Yeah,
I know they're just like 3 foot tall stuffed animals, and I want one.
they do look. They do look kind of cool. They just don't do anything.
My favorite scene was like when they're at the party at the one person's house.
The dance party.
Yeah, and they're all wrestling the hobgoblins to make it look like they're being attacked by them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can kind of see in one scene where the woman who's like fighting it is pushing its arm, so it's like reaching for her. You can see her arm doing this. So funny.
I also love how none of this dialogue makes sense at fucking all.
Oh, yeah, it's not believable dialogue from start to finish.
No.
The way they talk to each other is the way I imagine AI thinks that people talk to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this proves time travel. Someone had an AI write this script.
Yeah, someone had an AI write the script.
What if Critters was worse?
That's the only problem I had to give.
The thing about it is like it shows you exactly how much of a skill it is to write dialogue.
Yeah.
Like it's not easy. Like
you get appreciation.
You think like, oh, you just write the way people talk, but you have to study the way people talk.
Yeah,
like it's not just gonna come out.
Also, I just want to say, like, if you're guarding this thing that's supposedly like, such a threat, how come you can just slide the door open? Why don't you just lock the fucking door?
There's so many questions.
There's
Are you
something wrong with this?
Are you suggesting that there's a plot hole in this movie?
Are you suggesting there's a plot in this movie?
Yeah, exactly.
This man guards a movie set studio for 30 years because he knows these things are there.
Like, and they're very easily taken out later in the movie. You could have done this so much earlier.
They could have been trapped. He could have burned down that building.
Yeah.
They also don't explain the rules at all.
Right.
So like,
oh no,
like they're not attacking the hobgoblins. They're attacking like the vision that the hobgoblins are giving everyone. Yeah.
But,
yeah.
There's a couple instances where they have to like kill them for it to go away.
Yeah. So what is the established rule? Do you have to attack the hobgoblin, or do you have to attack the hobgoblin's like hallucination?
And
whichever one is associated with that hobgoblin.
Yeah. He makes this whole spiel about how they give you what you want. And so it's a very wish mastery thing. It's like, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, monkey's paw.
Yeah, monkey's paw, exactly. But I don't ever see them giving things that people want, other than the one guy getting an imaginary girlfriend.
Yeah, they like went.
No, they do. They well,
there's like a secret desire, but
yeah,
it was so poorly written that it didn't even read that way.
No, I can see what they were doing. Like, so the one girl was a total
This,
skank.
however, is me when I am left alone with my tunes.
Yeah, by this first guy, they give him like a rock concert thing, and then he falls off the stage and dies young.
Yeah.
Get it? Cool.
So,
but the very next person they attack is the lady waiting in the front yard for her boyfriend.
Yeah.
She wasn't dreaming that her boyfriend would stand her up. That wasn't her hope.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get that fantasy. She just gets attacked.
Yeah.
What if the boyfriend
They blew the horn.
Yeah.
They learned her, even if it wasn't
One
fantasy.
horn noise gets her outside. That counts.
No, the fantasy thing for her was the truck full of army guys because she was a giant skank.
But that's much later.
Right, but that was like the main one that they were trying to do for her. Like,
I'm just saying they don't
previous to that.
establish. They start by giving you what you want, I thought, and then make it bad.
Yeah.
They didn't start that way with her. They start with her with here's a horn noise and now some attempted assault.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was clear to everyone that he was trying to pin her down, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, I broke it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love that they're attracted to bright light. Just so we're clear, they're not gremlins.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They love
They're
the
attracted
bright light.
to bright light.
Polar opposite.
Yeah.
There's a very big missed opportunity for them to like spray it with a hose. Like, wait, maybe we shouldn't. But then nothing happens, so they start spraying it with a hose again.
Yeah.
Like, see, that's where good writing would help this
Yeah,
movie.
That would have helped a
You know?
lot.
What
Like,
year did this come out?
88.
Was it 88? Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, and it looks like it was in like 1968.
I would have said like 83.
Not gonna lie, the logo is kind of dope.
The logo.
Oh, I
is
do love
kind
that.
of dope.
They never explain what the hobgoblins really are.
Well, they're from
Aliens,
space,
I guess,
yeah.
question mark.
Yeah.
They're from
Yeah,
space.
like critters.
Yeah, it gets even worse. Like, as you go down the line, you get
Rip-off of
less
a
story.
rip-off.
Yeah. In Gremlins,
Well, at
you have
least,
a clear
With
backstory.
critters, there's a story that they're escaped prisoners, and like
True.
there's bounty hunters tracking them.
That's true.
So there's a story. These are just I found these things in the space capsule.
Yeah.
And then turn them into prisoners.
Yeah.
They're just missing the bounty hunters.
Essentially. God, this is just.
I hate it all.
I did enjoy the old man seemed to like have rules, but gave no indication of how he knew that those were things. And I was trying
Yeah,
to
I
remember.
see that trial and error.
See, that's like the non-existent D&D alignment where
Hold on a
it's like
second.
you have a strict moral code, but nobody can figure out what it is.
There's a name I need to point out because it sounds like the worst horror movie. It's coming up. It's got to be coming up. I think I went back 30 seconds. That was way too far. Kevin Kildo? Kildo?
Okay. I was going to make a joke here. I was like, and next up is Melvin Mildo and Dennis. And then I assumed one of you would stop me.
Yeah, we have to write the Kildo horror movie now.
Yeah.
Well, I took a screenwriting class.
Kildo doesn't exist yet. It's
Yes, it
gonna.
does.
Brooks, did you find more of that the fucking Ghostbusters beer that you were talking about?
What do you mean more of it? I have it.
No, I'm.
Oh, the Ecto
Did
Cooler
you
beer?
bring that to the table?
It's
Oh.
lacto cooler.
I'm
Lacto.
drinking PBR. It tastes like poverty.
I've got a strawberry rhubarb hard cider
Truly unruly. 8%.
and our designated.
Womp womp.
PBR in the bottle.
These
I brought
fancy.
two when I would finish this, and then I have this.
Tastes like lower middle
Two
class,
fists
right?
in it. Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
You love to
Tastes like
see it.
poverty. His tastes like lower middle class.
Tastes like payday.
I think mine tastes like hipster.
Yeah, probably.
I was super disappointed. I had an idea at like 7 o'clock today, and I went out to fulfill this dream that I had of getting beer from Hobgoblin.
Oh,
But the beer store, I got there at 7:02. They closed at 7. It was very
No.
Lame.
a shitty beer store. It's a Thursday.
Douchebags. Yeah.
I'm just gonna put
It's Busy
something
Friday.
for
Yeah.
our chat.
I love how
Our
this
WhatsApp
guy
chat.
is
Well,
just like presiding over this empty fucking studio.
Yeah.
Why do
Oh,
you
man.
His deal.
Apparently, there's a Kildo short.
God
Like, just-
damn it.
Yeah. Ours is gonna
Sorry.
be better.
Ours will be so much better.
Wait, kill dough. DOUGH. Huh?
Ooh.
An angry loaf of bread.
Okay,
Maybe a baguette.
I'm thinking erotic bakery. Fucking, yeah.
Wait, so it's still a dildo.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
made out
still
of
gonna be-
bread.
Yeah.
It's just a baguette with two little it's lost because I
Balls. Is that the word you're looking
but no, but I was gonna there's the loaves of bread that are like half a the
for?
little
Oh, bulls. I mean,
bulls.
yeah.
That's me.
Don't forget the bulls.
Exactly.
The bulls.
The bulls.
I
It's not
hate
big
this.
enough to be a bowl. A bull is cup. So that's a thing that we did.
Right.
I love that a group of adults sacrificed a good chunk of one of their free nights just so one of us can make that joke.
A bread dildo.
There's not a single person in this room under 25, and this is what's going on.
Just the phrase erotic bakery, though. Like,
that didn't even make me think twice. I just took that in stride, like, oh yeah,
But here's the thing.
I think I've seen
in
that.
my mind, I'm trying to come up with something for like it's an erotic bakery, but there's also murder in there somehow, so we can keep the kill.
Well, yeah, I
Perhaps,
mean, it'd be
No, you unsheath a knife from the bread dildo.
from the
oh,
Kildo.
God.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
wait. What if it's just a sentient bread
Ooh,
dildo?
and it's
the
mad
dildo?
at people for using it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just scour dough.
We're literally,
Sourdough. See, this movie is writing itself. We don't even have to talk about Hobgoblins.
I'd
Where-
rather not.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Boots is here.
Hey, Boots.
Hey.
White Claw Mango, nice.
Oh, I gotta change
Ooh,
this
yeah,
over
I gotta
so
pull up
we
the
can
chat.
see the chat. I don't like that about this.
Yes, the Oneaters. The ones.
Incredible. Hold on, let me pull this out of my phone.
Oh, so yeah, no. Watch the space for Kildo coming soon.
Yeah,
No, don't.
Yes.
don't tell me what to do.
Man,
All right,
that
back to Hobgoblins.
bothered me. I can't remember what that other rule was, but he said something about like if you don't catch them before morning, you'll never catch them.
Oh yeah, there was something about like
Yeah.
sunrise is too late that they just never come back to.
Yeah, but all he said was unless you catch them by morning, you never will. And it's like,
How do you know that?
that and why? What happened at sunrise?
Yeah, well, yeah. Like,
When they were loose, before he captured them in
there
there,
were
which
plenty
he
of
never explains.
sunrises. Like,
Yeah. Were they just not bold enough? Again, maybe there's a logical explanation that we're just not getting.
Possibly.
Like maybe he does know these
Also,
rules.
just
that
like
make sense.
this whole thing has vibes of like the days when you would just be handed a job because you said "sir" twice.
You showed up with a piece of paper with your name on it and said, "Do you have jobs?" And they said, "Sure."
yeah.
Yeah.
Also-
Hey, you remember when we had an economy?
Yeah. I don't. Not in my lifetime. No.
Yeah, no, respect. Like that goes double for me, bestie.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was 11 during the recession. That led to some fun childhood things.
Yeah, but imagine
Didn't
being
lead
an
to fun
adult.
adulthood things, I can tell you that.
Yeah, imagine being a coming of age adult trying to move on
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
being
yeah.
shot in the toe. Like, oh nope.
Oh no, it was bad enough, and I was a child. I don't even want to think about that.
It just occurred to me. These are supposed to be high school students, right?
I have no.
There's
fucking
no
idea.
way. They have their own
fucking
place.
way, yeah.
No, I don't think they're high school students. They're just not 21.
They're just not underage.
We
Okay.
refer to them as college students later on.
Yeah,
Oh, they do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so they're probably.
Why
like
is
19,
he
20.
with this frigid bitch?
I know.
She is such an asshole.
The fact
Oh,
that they couldn't even shell out for
yeah,
food,
where
like,
she's,
Amy?
gay clothes.
where she's humiliated because he lost a fight.
That
Yeah.
she tried to get him into. That he said, "I'm not going to win this."
Yeah.
Like fuck.
That's when you go, okay, bye.
Like, why did you not bring us porn to watch as a
Yeah.
group?
Well, his best friends are clearly perverts, which means that he probably is too. And yet he's with this chick who's
But-
literally
but-
wearing a pearl necklace.
But she's a closeted freak.
I mean,
That's,
yeah.
that's the thing. That's what
As you said,
that's what they did for her. They brought out that fantasy
Yeah.
that she wanted.
In her hoe.
The pearl necklace to show she.
Yeah. Yeah, they brought out her hoish tendencies.
and also she dresses like a grandma.
Yeah, that is clearly a Mormon housewife.
Oh yeah,
It's the
You can tell.
problem.
Soaking, yeah. She's good for
Yeah.
soak.
when there was an earthquake in New York, did you see that tweet that was like two Mormons soaking just at an unreal time? I'll see myself out.
I love that. Whenever they go into that van to fuck, it's apparently filled with sound effects from the Gummy Bears cartoon.
That's the thing. That's why I can never
My
tell.
sex is filled with gummy bear
If this
cartoon
is like-
sounds.
This feels like a parody and not a parody at the same time because they do the sound effect shit where it's like, oh, okay, this is fun. Like,
Yeah.
this is funny. I feel like they're trying to be funny and like ironic about it. But then all this other shit.
Well, they went for. I think they were going for horror comedy, but they could neither nail the horror nor the
Or
comedy.
the comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they just
Like-
didn't get anywhere.
The only like single moment that it felt like they were actually trying to be funny was like the Hobgoblin reveal, like on the golf cart.
Oh,
Like
yes.
It's like my favorite shot in the whole thing.
I don't know. I like to think they thought that was a very serious scene. In my mind,
Yeah.
they're
It
like,
was like-
this will really show them off.
It's a bunch
This
of
is our
perfectly
magnum
still,
opus.
yeah, stuffed animals
Oh,
riding on a
and
golf
also
cart.
he's like, oh, my boyfriend is, he's off dying for our country. He's dying for an oil company, first of all.
Well, and secondly, she says later about like he probably is just running from the cops because of all of his warrants.
Yeah.
They look at that shit.
Yeah, they don't
Okay?
let him in.
You don't just get in and stay in with a bunch of warrants.
Not in the 80s.
I'm pretty sure even in the 80s they would have looked for that.
Yeah, I think it's still like back at the tail end of the days where like if you fucked up, you could go to the army instead of like going to prison.
Go to war, go to jail.
Yeah.
They still kind of do that.
Really?
There are ways to be like, oh, well, he's a great moral character. See, he intends to enlist in the military. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna go jerk off on the phone at my friend's house real quick.
We have friends that would do this. I'm just being honest. If we grew up in the 80s, I can name 3 of my friends who would
90s.
probably.
So it wouldn't get
Yeah,
charged to
if
their
you grew
house.
up with dudes, it's possible.
So it wouldn't
Yeah.
get charged to like their house.
We had
Because
like
they're-
my cousin and one of our roommates. Like we lived in an apartment once. We were like 18. They apparently called a sex line for like $700 worth of phone sex.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
That's a
So
lot.
what's that, like 20 minutes?
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
The
seriously.
The best part of that though is that the hotline is 967 SCAG.
It's a severely underused term, you know?
I don't know
Skag
why.
is-
It just sounds so filthy.
I thought they just misspelled something.
No. There was all kinds of weird like 1-800 numbers you could dial like that. Like 1-800 fat chick was one of them for a while.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Remember we used to just like try like weird numbers and like some of them would work, some of them wouldn't.
This is fascinating to
Yeah.
me.
This is the shit we did before the internet to entertain ourselves.
Wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
We're the people that used to figure out songs on the touch tone phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
I had a friend who could figure out phone numbers from like
Listening to the tones.
yeah, listening to like an auto dial tone. He'd like that's this and he'd get it perfectly right.
They've since removed the different tones for numbers for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
God. Also, I forgot to comment on this. I love how he just like throws his sunglasses into the bushes, never to be seen again. The fucking army idiot.
Nick, I believe, is who that is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't. Like, so many reused shots also just throughout this whole thing. Especially the scenes in the studio where it's just this one fucking old guy like running
through
at
a hallway,
top speed
yeah.
of 5 miles per hour.
He's got that like they don't even make him look good. He has the worst shuffle, like old
yeah,
man
he's
shuffle.
not doing a good job.
I feel like he didn't want to do this movie.
No, he looks like he shit his pants. Is what. it looks like.
Yes, when my toddler shits his pants and tries to run away, that's what it looks like. Yep. And they're doing it with a rake and a hoe.
Dust
Yeah.
rag of a woman. Sorry, I'm reading your comment.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
skank plus hag.
God.
Oh, okay.
Skag.
Sure.
Thanks, Urban Dictionary.
I'll spit out my water.
As is
And this
tradition.
goes on forever and is like
Oh, does it?
deeply homosexual.
Oh yeah.
Does it go on too long for you?
I'm gonna fucking
Nothing
murder
goes on
you.
longer than this.
Are you guys
I challenge you
I can
to
think of
watch
one
the
now.
traffic scene. It's hilarious. One more goddamn time.
This is not the worst movie I've ever seen, I don't think, but this
gotta be up
scene
there.
I hate more than anything.
And the sound effects
Just
are
everything
so
about this scene.
stupid. They do the same tone on every impact.
Ka-ting, ka-ting,
It's
ka-ting,
so,
ka-ting,
like,
ka-ting, ka-ting.
Deflating.
Just one
Yes.
katong would be nice. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The sound effect itself is terrible, but it's also they're not like synced to the hits.
No.
Like
And they're
so-
also not hitting. It's so obvious that they're pulling.
Yeah.
it's
Like
not that
these guys
difficult.
think they're gonna break those, and
Yeah.
unless those are used and old, they're probably not.
Yeah. Try splitting like solid oak.
Please, you think a
Also-
rake is made out of oak?
I don't fucking
Also,
know.
nobody fights like that.
This is you don't learn bow staff techniques in the military. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
This is 100%
Oh.
not something he would have learned.
Yeah, they're really
It's not
just
even
smashing
bow staff
together.
technique.
Yeah.
Well, he did like a
That's
spin.
the way
with-
kids. That's the way kids play in the yard.
Yeah, that's like lightsaber.
Yeah, this is gladiator. When you're standing on the beam trying to knock each other over.
Yeah.
That's the way they're fighting. Ding, 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 bow.
Incredible.
Also, Arthur, did you see what I found?
Yay! My word.
It's still there.
It's still there. Nothing gets taken down from Urban Dictionary. I made that word.
Right.
You're welcome. It's a portmanteau. Don't you like portmanteaus?
No, yeah, I got that. Horrified.
My balls deep.
That was the name of our group in college. We had a flag.
Your
We had
improv.
a logo and everything.
Yeah, when we had bandanas and we'd wear them out of our pockets with our symbol on it.
You guys
Hey,
are the
gay
gang?
boy.
We might have been in a very weird gang.
It's possible.
You guys accidentally doing like handkerchief code?
I mean, basically, although it wasn't an
Wear a
accident.
yellow handkerchief hanging out of her back pocket.
Well, we would wear it in different spots, but yeah, like we knew what we were doing. Like it's not like the Bloods and the Crips and shit like that was new,
We were mostly making fun of that.
right?
So our symbol was the circle emblem for the Empire, like Star Wars Empire, with the shocker overlaid on top of it.
The Imperial Shocker.
Christ alive.
So yeah.
Also, just the immediate backseat sex here.
Oh man, March 10th, 2008. Wow.
Old man.
Sorry.
16 years ago. Wow.
That's 16 years ago. I made a word. That's my lasting legacy.
Yeah, not your
Not bad.
anything.
He's gonna have his own legacy. Don't worry about that. This everything with them just talking about the job.
It's,
I will agree. It just is so bad,
This isn't how human
Like-
people talk about anything ever.
and it's an unnecessary scene. In fact, most of his interactions with other people.
I would say
Are there
90% of this
any
movie is an
necessary scenes in
unnecessary
this
scene.
movie?
No, but like I mean, for the movie to exist, it's concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Once we accept that,
As difficult as it may be.
Conceptually, I don't think this is a bad movie.
right?
Oh, not at all. You could have fun with this. They just didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Again,
Yeah.
a few things where they make fun of the fact that they are a ripoff of a ripoff. You know, like the
What
water
was
thing.
it you
and
said when they showed this guy and you know
Oh my
he's evil
God.
because he's wearing a leather
Oh,
jacket?
Yes.
A ne'er-do-well.
a ne'er-do-well. I love that term.
Mhm.
It's giving MST3K.
There is an
Rapscallion.
MSTPK in this.
Which,
There's an MST3K and a riff tracks of this.
Which
Oh,
one is it that we've
shit.
seen?
Riff tracks.
Riff Tracks. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one with the quotes that I've been doing for like 2 weeks. now.
Hobgoblins. Hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins.
What can you do with those hobgoblins?
It isn't the 80s one also from that. It's the 80s. Do a lot of coke and vote for Ronald Reagan.
Yes,
Jesus.
yes it is.
Yeah. So we've done our due diligence. I've watched this twice. Once with the entertainment value of professional comedians.
I've
Yeah.
seen this 4 times now.
Oh, really?
Between the riff tracks and the Mystery Science Theater and all the other stuff.
Oh,
I
man.
was that's like the saddest gun
It's-
ever too.
It's
It doesn't even look real,
No,
by the way. That's a rubber gun, and it's visibly a rubber gun.
and
It
just
looks
the
like a
most
starter
pathetic
pistol.
stick up imaginable. And like, what's he gonna do? Was he just out to murder this security guard for vibes? It's not like there's anything to steal in here.
Out doing crimes.
Yeah,
This is
that's
such a
essentially
generic
it.
Yeah.
crime. You don't know how to use that. It's a gun.
Oh, wow.
Children can use a gun. Sorry, that's too real. A monkey could pick up and use a gun.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
Also, I'm kind of surprised that no branch of our military has done gun monkeys yet.
That you
Well, they
know of.
yeah,
Right.
they would have. They for sure would have.
But
In
here's
the
the thing: I
70s.
know for a fact that we have attacked dolphins.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure we've done something with monkeys, but whether we tried to get the guns, they wouldn't be that accurate, I would think. It would just be a
But
waste
like, you
of
could be
ammunition. You know?
overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, but you're better off teaching a monkey to hug people and putting a bomb on it.
Now I'm afraid of monkeys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
I'm
first
just
of all,
saying,
it's good sense to be afraid of monkeys to begin with.
If we're in a no rules war, I'm your guy.
Have
I
you not
know.
heard of Marines. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
honestly, they eat crayons.
Oh my god.
That's fair.
This shit is off the rails.
You know what? You're right. We do have gun monkeys.
We You know what's funny? In the army, the code for a infantry person is 11, means some type of infantry, and then the letter designation would be like the specifics of that. So golf, a G is a grenadier. I'm
My
getting there.
stupid boyfriend was in the Air Force, so sure.
Well, they have different things, but
Yeah.
in the army, in 11 Bravo, 11B, is just your regular grunt infantry, but we call them 11 bang bangs and 11 bullet catchers. So we also had gun monkeys.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Galactic possum.
Oh my god. Hi, that's one of my friends from the People's Republic of Natasha Dimitriou. Fuck yeah, I see you, slut.
Excuse me, what the fuck?
From,
No,
What We Do
that's
the
in that
Shadows.
generation. They're allowed to call each other sluts, I believe.
No, we have bracelets that
kidding, I'm
say
kidding.
that have
We're not
Skibbity
that old.
toilet.
No. Yeah,
Something skibbity.
Ohio skibbity toilet.
no, not that. But instead of calling each other comrade, we call each other slut because it's the People's Republic. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of people that like women.
Yeah, nope, not gonna make that joke.
I'm just singing
I was gonna
songs.
say, we had a similar thing with the '90s, but it's with a word you can't say now.
All right.
Oh man.
All right.
Uh,
And with that, I'm going to crack the second beverage.
I just cracked mine as well.
I love that for you. I'm so proud.
Oh god.
Ooh. Hold up.
Where's my magic melody? I lost it. Oh well.
Classy. The fucking golf cart. I'm just waiting for it.
It's so bad.
I found it.
This whole movie is so bad.
Oh, it's
It makes
horrendous.
less sense every time I see it.
I can't get over the whole. Couldn't you put a sign on the vault that says
Yeah.
like? Also,
Hobgoblins don't open.
Why does the door always have to be open?
well, but here's the thing that really pisses me off about Kevin. Kevin is looking for someone who
Glory
is.
forever, possum.
He's looking for someone, right? He's chasing them through and everything. He goes, "Oh, maybe they went back here into this vault." Unlocks it.
Yeah.
And opens the door. You know those don't close from the inside. If you have to go like this, he's not there.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Fucking move on.
I'm so glad that I broke you 2 days this week.
Well, this is when I created Regrettable Reviews. I was thinking it would be me and my friend Griggs, and we're both very high energy. And so it would be this at each other, though, because we'd have different
If you
opinions.
want me to meet you there, I 100% can.
I
I've
like
just
getting
been-
angry.
I've just been self-conscious my whole life.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Speak your mind and be ready for a useless fight.
It's
I can't
about
wait
to
to
get
use this.
fucking
Oh,
ridiculous.
My fucking God, my show's coming off. Fuck. The
You wanna-
chains are off.
Do you want
Golf
to share
cart.
what you came up with?
Golf cart.
For, golf cart! For what
Arthur's
we're
got a
gonna,
rage boner now.
for what
I
we're gonna
do.
do to Nick.
It's my favorite kind of boner. Oh, the Nick thing.
No.
I don't remember.
You had,
Oh yeah, the show we came up with for you, Nick.
but you had a suggestion for what we talk about and be pretentious assholes about, which I think was genius.
I had an idea for what? It's a movie?
Yeah,
I don't remember which one it was.
Stalker.
All right.
Yeah.
It was
Do
another
another Soviet
Andrei
film.
Here's
Tarkovsky
the premise
movie.
of the show. Bridget and Kyle are going to talk pretentiously as they can about a movie for an hour. You cannot say a word until the last 5 minutes.
You just let it all out at the last 5 minutes.
I get to drink aggressively during the whole
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
He spends the whole time getting as drunk as he can until he's allowed to speak.
Oh,
And then you just
oh,
lutz.
man.
Oh, I know I'm cooked, but at least it'll be fun.
And I will only wear cut off shirts.
Oh, God, yes. Oh,
my
man.
God.
I don't want to do that to myself because I'll die.
The holding
I
it
will
in
turn
for an
into,
hour.
I will turn into Sam Kinison and I will die.
Oh, the next regrettable reviews will be legendary. I promise you that. We're fucking talking about space truckers.
Why does he look older in this flashback?
Because they've tried to de-age him and
it
did
didn't
such a
work.
poor job.
He just dyed his hair
Yeah.
black.
And all, but he's still just as wrinkly, which makes him look just bad.
Yeah. It still just does not work even a little bit. And the music
What
is
is he
so
reading?
horrible this whole
The
time.
Visitants?
Visitants?
God, that's dumb.
Wait, what?
The Visitants.
I never noticed. And it's literally just that. It's just
Yeah,
like a,
there's no pages on the inside.
it's just a
or anything.
folder.
It's an
Is it?
empty cover.
Okay, I think I know this.
is it a playbill?
I think that is a like weird reference to V, the miniseries from the 80s
No, those are literally critters. By
about
the
the
way.
visitors.
We all agree those are literally just critters in the little
They're
Little
hobgoblins.
capsule.
No, but they're critters. The movie critters. They haven't stretched out to become teddy bear hobgoblins yet. Now they're teddy bear hobgoblins.
I have not seen Critters. I just vaguely know what they look like.
Oh, they're like this, but
It's not terrible.
Like,
Yeah, it's not a-
Yeah.
instead of being long and stretched out, they're just balls with tiny little arms.
The
and
only
legs.
good
Okay.
thing about this movie is the Hobgoblins, and they're not even that fucking good.
If they put just a little bit more time into making them look more fluid and
Mhm.
lifelike, I actually think this could have been entertaining.
You mean if they made them not dolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Or puppeteered them a little better. Yes.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a
as
puppet and a doll?
As
Use
many,
some
many
string.
short
What you do with it.
films
Yeah.
A
have
puppet
shown us
moves.
you can do a lot
That's what I'm
with a
saying.
little, and they just chose not to.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 of them in the ship. Where'd the rest come from?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, so when a mommy hobgoblin and a daddy hobgoblin love each other very much,
Exactly.
ew.
Maybe it was like a space clown.
They reproduce. Maybe they're like gremlins.
How do they reproduce? By getting wet, just like humans.
Yeah.
It's there. I turned it around.
Bow.
Thank you for making me spit my drink out.
You're welcome. I'm good for a spit take.
Clip that. You clipped me saying a bunch of sexual stuff. Literally, my first episode.
Yeah, we've never used it, but we have it.
It's in the tank.
It's there.
It's coming.
It's in the blackmail folder.
Yeah.
You can't expose me. I overshare.
It's like I tell everybody about the worst things I've done. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
If
fucking.
I run for political office, they're gonna be like, "We found out this." I'll be like, "Okay." My family knows. My friends know. I don't
I'm
care.
pretty sure I overshared some very embarrassing things with you within like the first 24 hours of us meeting each other.
I don't know if it was that soon.
I got there quick.
That
I got there
tracks.
like, really quick.
Oh,
Oh.
Ew. Love
You know
an
what
AO.
the best candy on the planet is?
Peanut butter M&Ms.
No, peanut M&Ms.
Oh.
I would agree.
I'll take
I'm gonna go with peanut
dark
butter.
chocolate
I
peanut
say
M&Ms.
peanut butter.
Did you see the mega peanut butter M&Ms? There's even more peanut butter,
That's hot.
They
slightly larger.
Do have
Is,
like
there less candy?
I mean, they're about the size of a peanut M&M, just filled with peanut butter.
I was just at Stewart's. They now have like a mega Reese's cup. Like they were the ones that were big, the big cups. It's like 3 of those, like stacked on top.
fucking
do you
kidding me?
remember
Did you not? Yeah,
the giant, like, you know, Krause's, like the chocolate.
Yeah, I know
chocolate-
the.
yeah.
They have these giant, like, homemade peanut butter cups. My mom put them.
Those are awesome.
Those are so fucking good. My mom like puts them in our stockings on Christmas or like in our Easter baskets.
I was this close to going to I forget what the fuck it's called. I think it's like Reese's World or something in New York City,
Oh, I've been there.
where you can make your own Reese's 1 pound Reese's peanut butter cup.
Don't fucking mind if I do.
Yeah,
You don't have to color. You can just buy those. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
It's about the
they're
vibes.
this big.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Literal worst dance party in the fucking world.
I just don't. I want to go back in time and see the 80s and just see if that's really how boring life was. That was
I don't
entertaining.
know, man. People did a lot
Nah.
of coke.
It's
Now, see, you were like 10.
Yeah.
So, like, did you see teens doing this and go, oh boy, I should get
No.
in on that?
It was mostly like kids hanging out in the woods
oh,
smoking.
yeah, it's not. It
Yeah.
wasn't even
Okay.
The car horn wasn't even a fantasy. He's just.
He
He
just has-
literally honks a horn. It's not a fantasy.
like a
See?
clown horn.
This whole opening scene of them breaking into the world is just them attacking a poor woman
Yeah.
in a yard.
That's literally it.
And then when she escapes, they attack everybody. Straight up attack them, too. No fantasy for them.
Yeah, pretty
Quit
rude.
trying to pigeonhole the hobgoblins. They can attack people however they please.
I'm telling you what
side
the
are you
old man. I'm telling you what the old man established was the rules. They give you what you want, but then it gets bad.
They do. That doesn't mean they do it every single time.
Well, then
Oh,
why were they
God.
ever allowed to run free? You know, they had a whole studio filled with people
Yeah.
becoming rich and famous. If they were killing some random people, you'd think he would have been like, "Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. I should probably do something about
Yeah,
this.
might want to take action here.
People are dying."
You're thinking way too much. Like this movie does not require any
Yeah,
brain
this
power
is a real.
because the more you think about it, the more
Brooks, are
angry
you
you
hearing
get.
the
Yeah.
quote that I'm
Person
hearing
of
in
the
my
week.
mind?
I didn't drink this much or smoke this much before watching the movie, and I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to review the movie, and it's still fun, but
Brooks, are you thinking of the quote that I'm thinking of right now
You're going to need to be more specific than that.
about the amount of brain power necessary?
Yeah, how did they specifically locate this new security guard's home?
You thinking about it? Just
oh,
don't think about it.
Well,
You see, you're
I mean,
thinking about
they
it.
can give you your deepest fantasies without you telling them they could read minds.
Mr. Henry Zabrowski.
So they got that from his brain.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah. You see her arm.
See, that's what I was
Yeah,
talking about. Like you see her like punching herself with it and stuff, and like why?
Honestly, I think even that looks better than the ones where you can clearly see like the arm,
Yeah.
guy's arm with like the black sleeve on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 3 or 4 times in the movie you can.
One of them's coming up when they like invade the house.
a hoe with a hoe.
And Ed Wood. Yeah, all right, Bella, get in there and wrestle around with him.
Yeah, what I don't
You
understand why they went to his house. Like, not even how they found it, but like why?
Because I just realized I'm wrong.
Everyone soak it in.
So take it up. What is the first person they run into? Who opens the door? It's Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin literally verbalizes right before opening that door is how he wishes Amy could see him be a hero.
Oh,
This is entirely his fantasy.
shit, dog.
There's
just
no,
realized
there's no fucking way it's that deep.
Is this
No fucking way.
I
Fuck.
don't know. He says it. He says it out loud.
Did
Like
you
you
find
would.
the back door to a good review of this movie?
Holy shit. Did they actually think that through?
The movie still sucks dick, though.
It sucks dick, yes. But
This
I
movie-
appreciate that
here's the
I was
thing.
wrong and that they actually thought that through. It's his
Sometimes
fantasy to save
there
her.
are bad,
Yeah.
there are quote unquote bad '80s movies where you can like at least they had a cocaine budget. This did not have a coke budget.
No,
Should've
they
had
used the
cocaine.
Coke budget. That's why there's no movie.
Wait, are you referring
Unfortunately,
to
they
the,
didn't snort it and get creative. They freebased it and needed more money.
were you referring to the thing he said right before he inexplicably put the walkie on the floor and walked away from it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
His-
Also,
you mean his
why?
one-
It has a
his
clip.
one
It goes
means of
on your
communication.
Wait. You can see his arm.
And of course, the old guy took a minute to process it so that he had time to walk away before he's like, wait, no, don't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's ancient.
Just like everything he does is so slow. Oh,
Because that's the only way they can figure out to like, telegraph age. Well, how do you just have a grenade?
Is this the original Usual Suspects?
yes. Yes, it is. Yes, no, you don't just get to take grenades home. You don't even take your service weapon home.
Yeah, no, I figured.
It stays in a barracks in an armory. Unless that's his personal use grenade, you know.
Who am I?
You gotta
Yeah.
sign it out.
Yeah, stash.
Also, it said they're attracted to bright light. Not that like turning it off like harms them or makes them weak or something.
Like go to sleep, yeah. But also, I mean, I get that it's a movie and they have to make it so that we can see what's happening. But
Yeah.
also, he turns those lights off and it just turns off like the red blinking
the
lights.
strobe lights.
Yeah.
The actual lights of the house are still on.
I also like how the hobgoblins act like they've somehow like won or like gotten to an unreachable place when they get in the car. It's like, you know, they could just open it, right? Which,
Nobody
like,
think,
why does no one do that?
Yeah, maybe just light the van on fire.
Wait.
You've got a grenade. Put the grenade under the hood.
Well,
and
he even
walk
he
away.
says what
He was
because
gonna
that-
throw the grenade in the house. Or
yeah, he
in
was going to throw the
car.
grenade in the van. He says that.
Yeah.
He says, you know, you were about to throw it in the house. Why don't we throw it in your car, in your van, or something?
Oh,
You'll
probably
see.
'cause
In
his
30
car.
seconds, you'll see what he says. I don't remember the quote. Nick, you're right. He literally makes that comment,
I never get tired.
but he
of
doesn't
hearing
need
that,
to
by the
do
way.
it because he's already a hero.
Why does she have 2 pairs of sunglasses at night?
It was
Oh,
the 80s. Yeah.
First of all, that's still a thing. I don't know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
At least
That
those
was
are real
something.
sunglasses.
I wear
Bar
2
things.
sunglasses.
Yes,
Oh,
is
she's
that-
gotta-
no, yeah. Everybody loves that Corey Hart song.
My friend in college got a speeding ticket, like going to like a Halloween store to get the clout goggles for a costume.
What the fuck is a clout goggle?
Like, you know the white sunglasses where it's like the like blackout shades and then it's just, like they're circular, but they are also kind of cat eye, so it's like a wider white.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So you look like Liberace or
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
somebody with
Those
clout,
clout
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently clout is Liberace's look. All right.
De
good
Niro
to
at the
know.
end of, Casino.
You're welcome.
Yes.
For a
Hobgoblins is
second, I
terrible.
thought this was the guy. Like when I first saw him, I thought this was the guy from the first episode of the X Files who's like in a coma because of aliens.
because
Wait,
Aliens.
yeah.
I haven't seen the first episode of the X-Files in a hot minute.
Now I'm just wondering.
Why are they so ridged?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Also, again, is now the time for phone sex? I would argue it isn't.
Mid
Why are what ridged?
goblin rampage.
But he's being influenced by the Hobgoblins.
Oh,
true.
God damn
No,
it.
no, he's not influenced by them. I contend that he's just
Horny.
a fucking pervert.
Yeah.
We have friends that I believe if we had grown up in the 80s would be this pervert. I'm not saying it's me. I'm not saying it's not me.
Would you like to talk about this? Because I have some questions.
What?
Oh, no, just the floor is yours if you want to provide any explanations.
No, it isn't.
No, see, no. Thank you. I have no floor for that.
Noted.
Why does she have a picture on the wall that is clearly from Monopoly?
Because that's how you get props in this
Because
economy.
art.
No, but like it literally is a Monopoly, like
Yeah.
houses cost, hotels cost, plus 4 houses.
It's like a macrame, like
Because it reminds her
fucking-
to be on that grind.
Yeah.
At first, I mistakenly, because it said in the first scene she's in when he calls her, you can see the mortgage value thing, and so I thought she was a realtor who was also, because she does the other phone thing. She's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
running 2 phone sex lines, but I thought maybe because she's oh please, and then goes back to the phone sex thing. I thought that maybe she was a realtor. Then I realized it's a Monopoly site.
Very observant.
It's
I don't think
$200 for a house.
I don't think I have ever played a full game of Monopoly in my
$200
26
mortgage
years
value.
of life.
You're not missing much. Monopoly is a
If
terrible
we play by the rules, and there is no quitting.
I'm scared. Mom, come pick me up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Because do you remember? Were you at that game night, Nick?
I have played Monopoly by the rules, not with you
Ooh,
clowns.
there's
but
another idea. Network game night. Boozy network game night.
I mean, I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Someone who hadn't played it in a long time wanted to play, and I said, "I'll play, but only if we play by the rules and no quitting." And she wanted to quit 30 minutes in, and I said, "I'm so sorry. I only agreed to play because you said you would play. Are you saying you're a liar?"
Sorry, I didn't know you were a little bitch.
She stuck it out.
Good for her.
I won because the rules are play like a dick.
Well, yeah, that's the rules of capitalism.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's a very
It's
poorly
inside.
constructed game.
It's your show, so I feel comfortable in talking about this. When you pass go, you collect $200. You didn't have to do anything for it. It's your universal basic income, and it doesn't disincentivize you from investing your interest in your money.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we should have universal basic
I
income.
know that's my point. Is like even in Monopoly,
Yeah.
the most capitalist
Yeah,
game,
even in the most
they
capitalist game
believe
imaginable.
that you should get a handout every time you pass the board because
I
everybody
always
needs
assumed it was like your payday.
That's what I thought it was too. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
why does everybody get an equal payday? It should, if that was the case, it should be based on how many properties you own,
That's
and
true.
it's not.
No, that's what collecting
Something to
rent
think
is.
about.
That is
So
also-
if you own no properties and you pass go, you get $200. What for?
Necessities.
Yeah.
Welcome to Basic Human Decency 101
Yeah,
with
right?
Bridget and Arthur.
Fighting with friends, I get to do it.
You've been on the podcast before. You just haven't been on the stream. Well, no, you have been on the stream, but up until this month, you hadn't been on the stream.
I mean, in the main show, I have to maintain a certain amount of propriety,
Decorum.
Explain.
decorum.
No.
We did not make
Wait,
that rule.
Are you talking
Not
about decorum
us.
on our show?
Yeah,
It's about
What?
shit.
When?
I was about to say on our show too. I was like,
I can't even
I don't want to
spell
drive. Remember when Nick wasn't here and we had to watch his stupid movie and we inserted the USSR national anthem
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
into
I
the
did.
background.
I did that.
Oh yeah, we were joking that the Nick's not here. We could roll out the red star like I just said from the ceiling.
You commie scum.
All right, so we can make fun of her 2 pairs of sunglasses, but she's not wearing them at the same time. That's a
I
distinctly 90s and 2000s thing.
guess is better.
You know,
Oh, you know
she
what's
has one as a decoration.
No, you know what is the most 2000s thing ever? When like guys with frosted tips would be wearing sunglasses, but then also wearing sunglasses
On the back of their head.
First of all, you said frosted tips, and that's definitely distinctly 90s.
But
Nah,
like,
it doesn't even
early
make
2000s.
But it dies. in the- that's when it-
2001.
Yeah.
Right. That's when it pitches
2001.
out. The tips start in the mid 90s. And then by 2001, 2002, they're gone. Like my high school graduation has zero frosted tips. That's 04. So
I don't want to tell you what I was doing in 04.
were you
In
gestating?
your pants.
No,
I assume gestating, but
no, that was preschool.
yeah. No,
It's fine.
Anyway, I graduated high school in 1997.
I constantly make her uncomfortably aware of the
You were
fact
in
that
first grade.
isn't she
older
my
than me.
age? Yeah.
She's Nick's age.
No,
I graduated in 04 too.
2004.
High school.
Yeah.
04.
03, motherfuckers.
He's 03. He's my dad.
I graduated when I was 17.
Oh
brother's
yeah,
age.
no. When we were doing the stream the other night, we realized that Brooks is technically the oldest by a couple months. So if anything ever happens on Fighting with Friends, she's in charge. It's not my problem. I'm not the oldest.
I need an adult.
Yeah.
He is my adult.
I'm supposed to be an adult.
Shocker.
And yet I spend my nights watching Hobgoblins.
To be fair, I hadn't seen this movie when I picked it, so
It's actually okay. So I don't.
I
hate
claim
it.
no response. No, I had fun. And
Yeah.
I watched way worse movies.
Yeah, like
yeah, I am the toddler that Brooks is forced to have custody of.
So accurate, Possum.
That was you pulling me out of a bush at 3 a.m.
I'm like
Yeah.
6 as well in 2004.
Yeah, because you were chasing lightning bugs, I believe.
Yeah, and then we thought we saw
Oh, yeah,
a real
99.
actual wolf and
Cable
stood there for
99.
5 straight minutes.
I was like all the time, just standing frozen in the middle of the night, staring, thinking we were about to be attacked by like a freaking coyote. And it was just a cardboard cutout.
Okay, so I was staying
I remember
over
you
at
telling me
her
about
house for the first time ever, and we got wine drunk, and we were and I wanted to go on a walk at like 3 a.m. And apparently, I did not know that she was fucking terrified the whole time because her neighborhood like wasn't the best.
That neighborhood, there were two women walking around at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was none the wiser. I was that far gone. And she had to yank me out of a bush when I started chasing lightning bugs. And then we walked past, what was it, like a library or something?
No, it was I don't know, some sort of business buildings. I don't know what
But
they
they
do there.
had these cutouts that I think were supposed to be like fairy tales or wildlife or some shit.
Man, your memory is wild.
Yeah, it is wild because I was like borderline blackout.
No, they had like these like little ponds outside of the buildings, and they had a cardboard cutout of like a coyote, which I think was meant to scare away like geese and stuff.
Nothing scares geese. That was a bad plan.
Yeah, geese choose violence every single day.
Yeah, but it's not decorative. It's meant to sort of function.
Like the shadow of a real actual coyote that could have attacked us, and we stood there for like 5 straight minutes just being like, what do we do here?
I just remember feeling like I could not move. I was like, if we move, it will see us.
And the thing is,
What is it, a T-Rex? And that's not even true.
I have zero fear associated with that memory, like at all. I was having fun the whole time.
Well, I was convinced it was real. I drive past that thing all the time, and I think about it every single time.
I mean, it hasn't left my mind either.
It was
Robot devil.
4 years ago.
And just the second worst fight scene in this movie.
Anything that involves the Hobgoblins is the worst part of this movie, and that's how you know you failed. That's literally the mark of whether or not I will consider a movie a success. If your namesake, if what's brought me to the film
Is bad.
is the worst part of the film,
Yeah.
you're a problem.
Also, this has
I
nothing
don't
to
think
do-
they are the worst part. I think the actors are the worst part.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Untitled Goose. Why do all these friends like fucking hate each other? Also,
I don't know that they hate each other.
like, but they're so mean to each other.
They all suck.
Yeah, they all suck.
Why are these friends so mean to each other?
Any of us?
You're so
Yes,
right.
we're safe.
What the fuck are you talking
You're
about?
so
Never
right.
been around a group of dudes.
Yeah, this is literally just men. and one very manly woman in the sense that she's very promiscuous and free with her sexuality.
Would you lose the thing again?
Yes,
You're
and I don't know
welcome.
what I did with it.
Did you put it on the shelf?
I don't know. Carry on.
Okay.
This is going to be my life until I figure out what I did with it.
So give or take 3 minutes.
I have a road trip. I need to know where that is.
I will find it. I think I put it in my pocket, but I don't.
Oh my god.
Oh dear Lord.
Anyway,
I don't need it. That's clear.
this cannot have been serious.
I think they wanted it to be.
Yeah, I think it was serious.
That's the problem. If they knew what they were doing,
Oh, this would have been the funniest.
this would have been a
thing
very
ever.
funny, cheesy movie.
Yeah.
They didn't. They thought this is, someone who really thought, okay, I know I'm stealing a little bit of ideas here, but this is a
wonder if
new
this is
original
a
take.
money laundering opportunity.
Oh, you mean like The Room?
Yeah, exactly. Like the
Fucking
Or like-
most expensive movie made of nothing.
You know what? I would pay almost an infinite amount of money to know the facts of Tommy Wiseau's actual life story.
Oh, we'll never know.
We'll
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
Unless he has like a autobiography that's like sealed and to be released upon his death,
I can
which
see
I
that
would
happening.
believe.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
because there's got to be some shisty
Is
shit
it
with
your
that motherfucker.
Coke spoon.
it says serial killer, weapon of choice.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
He's DB Cooper.
It was kind of a giveaway. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the very first thing on the screen says whatever marketing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like American Media Marketing or something like that. Or,
And
yeah.
it's like
That is true.
the marketing company is okay. It's
For
very
toys, they thought they were going to get toys out of this.
It's back in me.
Nowadays they would, but
Ugh.
you have a wider audience, the internet.
Yeah.
People will buy it as a joke.
Also, the car exploding, that was probably half the budget. When it
Yeah.
rolled down the hill and blew up.
I mean, it wasn't a nice car, so are you
Could
sure
be
it was
stock
only half?
footage also.
Well, here's the
I'm
thing.
sure it
Here's
was
the
stock
thing.
footage.
A lot of their money would have gone to that if they bought like permits and licensing,
Yeah.
or they might
Or
have
you just do it in the middle of the
they
night.
might have bought a shitbox car for $200, lit it on fire,
Pushed it
and
off a cliff. Yeah.
pushed it off a cliff.
Why can't I think of his name? Who is it that did that? Oh, the Terminator. For that movie, they didn't get the licenses. That's why most of the movie is done at night because there were less police presence.
Ah.
The original Terminator movie is done entirely like without license to do it.
Yeah. Well, that's all of. Oh Jesus Christ.
See, I couldn't think of the name either.
Who's that dirtbag director that we sometimes like? He did
I
like
know.
Q, the Winged Serpent, and
Oh, we talked about Q.
Yep.
That was on your list.
well, who directed it then?
I don't
Is it was
fucking
Lloyd
know.
Kaufman?
Larry Cohen.
No.
He directed Q.
Who did?
Larry Cohen?
Larry Cohen did.
Larry Cohen. Yeah. Yeah. He
Oh.
didn't have permits to film fucking anything ever.
That makes a lot of sense. Watching that movie.
Yeah, they would show up, set up real quick, film what they needed to film, and just get the fuck out.
Yeah, that movie was like set in New York City, and there wasn't like a single shot that was believably in a New York City location.
Also, shouldn't his like horny ass friend have that number memorized by now? Why does he have to keep the ad
It's not even hard.
on him at all times? There's a
Skag. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard.
you have to remember 3 numbers, but you have to remember 3 numbers in a word. That's not that much.
oh, nice. Hey Boots says that in the original Gone in 60 Seconds, they didn't have the permits for the chase, but they did hire cops to do the real chasing.
Nice.
That's how you get away with shit.
That is
Yeah.
how you get away with
Couldn't
shit.
do that today.
No, you could not.
It's really smart. Is that cheaper? It's got to be cheaper.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Also, how
I
easy,
love that.
How
Are
easy
you
would it be
working
to
tonight?
bribe a police officer?
This scene, again, something that couldn't happen tonight, but I believe would happen in 1988, maybe. Are you working tonight? Duh. No. Are you working tonight? And then she
Yeah.
looks at a group of men and is just like, oh, yeah. What are you thinking? There's 3 of them. No questions.
None whatsoever. Bye, Poss. Love you.
Hey, who's running the production tonight?
I mean, I sort of have it over here.
But
in
who's
this-
typing?
It's not me.
Wait, that's not you?
No.
Who the fuck is being Big Dumb Monsters? Is that AJ doing that? It's
don't
got to
know.
be, right?
Unless he's on my computer.
That's what I'm thinking.
Identify yourself.
I didn't know this was a mystery.
I thought
Phantom
it was
producer.
the whole time.
No,
That's
I saw
what
it
I was
earlier. And, like,
assuming.
I thought it was maybe Nick.
No.
Oh, my brain is broken. More than this movie was able to do.
That's impressive.
It's
I love how all these people, it's like, oh,
my
you
wife somewhere.
you know they're evil because they're wearing leather.
It for sure was.
Yeah.
Like this dude just drinking beer while he's running as a bouncer.
Yeah,
Just-
you're on the clock.
Again, 1988.
I'm gonna say it right
All those
now. though,
nerds changed the rules.
The
Road
stories-
Rash is the coolest character in this movie.
The stories I hear
Oh,
about
for sure.
my job in like the 80s, insanity.
I don't think we should out your employer at this moment, but I have questions for later.
There was dynamite involved, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Ooh. The 80s seemed like a way more fun time to just work in general.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
from the stories I've heard from like where
Again, my fucking
Laws,
job.
laws were lax.
I will tell you
Yeah,
all of this
you
when
could
we're off
drink
air.
and smoke in the office and like
Yeah.
what? Like, yeah.
What was the video? The guy who has like a 106-year-old grandmother, and he's asking like, "Oh, how did you stay so healthy?" And then it immediately cuts to him interviewing her, and she goes, "Oh, you could smoke them at your desk back then."
Yeah, I remember people telling me like in my old office, like, oh yeah, back in the 80s, like for the Christmas party, they would wheel in 2 gondolas full of booze for like the party. Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
got fired for what they did at the Christmas party because
Yeah.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
And again,
Just don't go if you don't like that.
the
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the cocaine.
Here's the thing: I would never do coke in the year of our Lord 2024. If somebody
That's
gave
very
me
25 is a different option.
25 is coming along.
Yeah.
And
Or
there
like-
may be cause.
That's true.
No, I have no plans to do that in my life ever. But if somebody gave me a hit of the 1986 cocaine that
I would die.
resulted in the duck with tits in Howard the Duck.
You know Howard the Duck? I was going to make you watch that. I love that movie.
I haven't seen it. I've just seen memes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God. It's so good. I own it on DVD.
That's
But,
not
like,
cocaine. That's
if
just
I
George
could have-
Lucas being a weirdo.
It's just George Lucas
Yeah,
being
yeah.
George Lucas
No,
without
but if I could
control.
have a hit of the cocaine that resulted in that, that would be the one time in my entire existence that I would ever say yes.
No. What you want is the cocaine that resulted in all of the 80s Stephen King.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Mhm.
the cocaine
Yeah.
you want.
The cocaine that the cocaine that made him forget Maximum Overdrive.
Or I was gonna say
That's
the cocaine.
cocaine.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the cocaine that made him write that scene in It.
And we all know what scene you mean too immediately.
I pretend I do not see it.
I just started reading Mr. Mercedes. My wife is a huge Stephen King fan. I've only read a few things. And I'm just saying there's scenes in that where I'm like, I want to forget that happened.
Yeah. My very brief hot take about Stephen King is that one, if he was doing it for the money, he would have stopped by now. And,
Yeah, it's an
And-
outlet.
yeah, and two, if you can write something that gets that many people who aren't normally like big readers to pick up a book, holy shit, keep doing
Oh, I don't
it.
fault it.
Do
Yeah.
not stop. I find him so, as much as he fumbles ending, I find him so compulsively readable.
I don't find it so readable. We'll get into that some other time on maybe we'll do a book show.
I fucking love that. It was the longest novel I have ever read.
We
or
just
it
happen to have
is.
one of those coming up
Yeah.
tomorrow night. New episode.
Fuck yeah. No, it is the longest novel I have ever read to date, and it was so readable that I like forgot to be intimidated by it. I would just look down and be like, "Oh shit, page 600."
I gotta look this song up.
Off my soapbox.
I
Read
Shazammed
the
it.
whole.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I tried that too.
The Fontanelles.
The cocaine that made cocaine
I was assuming
there.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
You want the shit that killed Elvis, is what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not dead, but you know, if something could kill Elvis, so, I'm gonna come back to it just for this, just to say, at least
It's the word.
no, it's good, it's good,
Solaris.
but hold on. At least for the entire episode of Solaris, we could talk about Solaris. We have barely talked about this film for the last 10 minutes because none of us want to. What? I'm saying, I'm giving it credit. Why would you throw something at me?
The demons
'Cause it's
took over
fun.
my brain.
Yeah, that's the one.
I have heavier things over here. This doesn't feel good.
Hit me. Do it. I need to feel something.
You find that thing yet?
No, I don't know what happened to it.
Look in your pockets.
I tried. There's a
Stand up, maybe.
I just don't know what I did.
Oh my god.
Don't worry about it. You do you.
Yeah, I wonder why you
friend.
forgot.
I always
this.
worry about
That
my
thing
friends.
is-
It's in front of the heater.
How do
I
do
would like to make a proposal.
Propose.
A new show that is just experimental, where we can just change whatever topics we want every single week and whatever hosts we want.
That's hot.
Just a fluid show. Just we're doing something every Friday. It does not matter what it is.
Come hang out.
Just whoever shows up, shows up.
Every other Friday.
No. That's right. Well, I was
Yeah, we can change themes because you were talking about doing like a book show, and it's like that sounds like a lot of work. You can maybe do it once.
Oh no,
That's already happening.
We have a book show.
his wife does a book club.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a movie and book that are paired together.
It's
I
fun.
might hop in on that sometime because I've read a
It
fair
was supposed to
amount.
be tonight, but we moved it for you guys
Yeah.
because we love
Thanks.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
But
2 seconds.
I still think it's a good idea.
I'm just
Just
so
for
excited
TikTok.
to
A lot of
remember that I'm
watches we can-
actually a part of the I got a team. That's cool. That's really fun. I love it. Thank you.
you. Also, this lady, if she is a working lady,
You made hooker.
Yeah,
She's
just say
a hooker.
prostitute.
I was gonna say sex worker.
Are prostitute and destitute root connected? I'd have to look that up.
Quite
Anyway,
possibly.
I doubt it.
institute. Well, the Latin are probably connected. Just kind of like, anyway, I'll get
It's
into
probably
Latin
like
some other time.
place
I could
of
do
something.
Latin all day because I know a lot of
Yeah,
Latin.
two
That
tails,
and
teach,
German.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where the institute comes from.
I
is
love
from
that
the
they're
tutelage,
selling
the tut-
fakes. I never had a fake ID in my life.
Why would you need to sell a fake ID in a bar?
Also,
If the cops
off-brand
show up.
cabaret MC.
Oh, fair enough.
They had, very easy changeable licenses. We were born in 78 or 79. You can make it an 8 super easily. Get an extra year.
Yeah, it's a lot harder nowadays. There's like a
Yeah.
swirl and a 3D
Yeah,
graphic,
it was just like it was a
hologram,
plastic
and a
like
black light
license,
thing.
and you just needed a red
There's a
like
clear
pencil
part.
to do it.
Yeah,
And
It
you
used
can
to be
do it.
called chalking your ID.
yeah, because that's how
exactly
easy
what
it was.
called. Yeah.
So my point was, if she is a working lady, she has not worked once.
No.
She got up there and danced while that weird lady sang about the other thing.
Yeah. It's definitely a little odd.
Now she's just standing behind the
Also,
only other
it's-
characters we know
It's giving Marge Simpson.
with the hair.
Just thinking
Yeah.
Kate Pearson from the B-52s.
Probably what they were going for.
Mhm.
Yeah. In '88, it probably was the B.
She's kind of serving cunt here. I'm not gonna lie.
This lady.
Yeah.
I don't. She's a
Stop
proud.
giving me that look.
She's just a strong woman expressing her sexuality.
Yeah,
and
that's-
you have a
Whoa,
problem with
Do
that?
you not know what serving cunt is? That's a good thing.
Saying it. I hate that.
Why? That word was the appropriate word
No, not the
until.
word. I just hate that expression.
Oh,
No, serving
giving or serving?
serving cunt is a
I don't
good
like
thing.
serving or giving. I feel like they just.
yeah.
You know why? And here's why.
How do you feel about me describing something as cunty then?
That's fine.
Fine, yeah.
Cunty's fine.
Yeah.
The same.
Oh, she's cunty, but you know. Anyway,
No, but like, do you actually know what that means? It is a net positive.
well, I don't
I'm
know
not
what
calling her a
serving or giving
Okay,
cunt
but
is.
okay, so then have you heard serving face like in the drag community?
Say, yeah, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Thank you. But if you're like,
Let
if
me-
you're serving face, your makeup is good. You've got it going
Draw
on.
your attention to the
Serving
chat.
cunt is the same thing.
Oh, so you're pushing what other people would call a cunt, but in a positive way. We're saying you're a powerful, empowered woman.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. In the way that a bossy woman is called bitchy.
Yeah, exactly. So when I'm saying that she's serving cunt, it is a net positive. That is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
good outfit. I personally hate
Serving
that
cunt again.
that 80s.
It's like, I just had this
I hate
3
that-
nights in a row.
Brooks, we were talking about this when we were talking about fashion trends that should never come back. I hate the high, like, all the way up your hip 80s cut on, like, swimsuit bottoms. This has nothing to
Oh,
do with
yeah.
it. I see it
It's
and
not
it
just the
enrages me.
swimsuits, honey.
That's everything.
And don't forget, leotards, like modern day leggings, were very standard wear.
I bought a leotard for my
Frothing at the
sexy
gash.
Mothman cosplay.
Wait a minute. We used that term before. We've used that term.
Yeah.
Frothing at the gash.
No.
We've 100% used that term before. I don't remember what it was.
On something worse.
Then serving fun.
Oh, so my problem with serving and giving is that they this always happens with any type of lingo. They think that it's a new creation, but the whole giving and serving, you just drop the word vibes off. We said giving blank vibes. Oh, they're giving very cunty vibes.
Yeah.
You guys just dropped vibes in your young age and thought that was special.
Brooks, this came up recently. How you had apparently never heard me say the phrase "type beat" before, and apparently
The fuck is type beat?
If you're going to a party, it's a rave type beat. So they're going to be playing EDM. There's going to be strobe lights.
Oh, so you're just saying what type of music it'll be?
Yeah.
Or not even music.
The feeling, the vibes. Again, it's like EDM vibes.
Yeah.
Is what we would have said.
Yeah.
We would have said blank vibes. You said.
But I've
it's a
used
blank beat.
I would have said that sounds like bullshit.
I've used type beat and
Nick's
vibes
not for the
interchangeably for quite some time now, but Brooks only noticed it the last time I was hanging out at her house.
Well, and I only noticed it because of that TikTok that we talked about, where this girl was saying, here are slang words that millennials use and what Gen Z uses or whatever as the equivalent.
And also, in my humble opinion, some of them weren't even like quote unquote correct. There were some very loose translations.
But
Well,
she said,
that's-
vibes is dead, now it's type beat.
Vibes is not dead, and I'm saying that as a person who is technically the first of the Gen Z, depending on where you put the cutoff.
I'm an elder millennial.
But now there's Gen Alpha, so you're old now.
Yeah, I have a Gen Alpha. That's how old I am.
That's horrifying.
I have a Gen Alpha. Gross.
Man, I can't believe this movie is still happening.
Yeah, no, I wish it wasn't.
Oh, it's way too long.
Yeah.
It's only 96 minutes.
Yeah, and it's like that's a very standard movie length.
Actually,
It's
back
double that.
then, it's on the high end. Like in the 80s, like a 90-minute film meant it was like
Standard.
a good long.
Yeah.
There were 80-minute films.
Okay,
You know,
here's the thing.
76.
76 was not that weird.
Yeah.
No, you're so right, because if you go back to like the film noir period, you can throw any one of those on sight unseen and you're guaranteed to watch a beautifully shot 70-minute movie about hot people killing each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why that's a lasting genre.
Well, yeah, but before that, like the 30s Universal horror monsters, like those were all
Yeah. Like
an
70
hour,
minutes.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's my point. Like we've continually pushed the amount of time you have to sit through a movie, no
Although-
matter how good or bad it is.
It's
whatever,
coming back,
doesn't
though.
matter.
Like,
We're starting to rein it back in.
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I
After
will
like,
say though, Bollywood films tend to be on the longer side just
Yes.
overall.
yeah.
But they're more like a musical production. I don't even look at those as like a movie so much as an experience.
So what would you?
kind of thing.
Okay, here's an interesting thing though, because what would you say is your maximum length for a movie that you can like comfortably sit through? Not like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, like I'm like picking out a special time to watch this like experimental thing that's really long.
5
blah,
or
blah,
6
blah.
hours.
Okay, and then what would you say is your max time that you would sit through a Broadway performance, intermission included?
5 or 6 hours. That's why.
Okay, interesting, because I have noticed a tendency that they will take 3 to 4 hour almost Broadway shows and condense them down and like try to condense, either stretch it into 2 movies or condense it into one, and it never fucking works. They're doing it with Wicked right now. They're like, oh, you can't just complete the movie after defying gravity, even though they do that fucking 8 days a week in New York City and various other places. But I just
So like there's movies that are musicals that
Yes.
start that way or start with a shorter musical and get that way. And that's fine. Like take Aladdin, which was written to be a movie and then got stretched out to a stage play. And
they did the same thing with
it's only like 2.5, 3 hours, I
it's not
think,
that-
for
they did
Aladdin.
the same thing with Anastasia, but they went with a more historically plausible version.
So my point was just that like if they're condensing something, I would need it to make sense. I would
Yes.
rather have a 2-part movie that's 2.5
That's the thing; they're not earning it, in my humble opinion.
to get 2 out of it.
Yeah,
Well,
'Cause,
that
like-
people feel
like
that they're just
Wicked,
being
they're
greedy.
like-
yeah.
they're like, oh, it's like it's 2 hours and 45 minutes with the intermission or fucking whatever. I'm approximating here. So it's a movie. You don't have an intermission. Just make a 2.5 hour movie. That's not even that weird.
No, that's very normal. And if you have to cut some stuff to bring it down to like 2:10 or whatever,
Fine.
and then release the extended edition at the 2:45, 2:50.
Who cares?
You know,
No, I just like we sat through Hades, and I say sat through. This was a wonderful experience. Hades Town. That was like 4 hours,
Yeah, every show we've been to has been about 4 hours.
and it
Yeah, but
did
it's-
not feel like it
It's
whatsoever.
Not, you know,
And I mean, again, you do have the intermission, but
How long do you listen to music?
nonstop all day.
Okay, but you're not right now, because you had to do things. You had to drive here. You had to do, So my point is that, like, how long would you sit through one of your favorite artists doing a show? That's what we're talking about here.
2 hours. 2 hours is good.
Oh, I would say
If it's a single artist, yes.
That's it.
If we're getting like a full-on show though with 4 or 5 artists, like I want a 4-hour show.
3 for
Right.
like my favorite artist.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that also
Like,
depends on.
Because at a concert, I have old man back, so like you got me good for
Hold on.
3 hours.
Faking my orgasm for you.
The last few concerts I've gone to have been in like arenas, and I don't feel like paying the general admission price. So I'm in a seat anyway. So I'm just sitting through it, and
Awesome.
I'm fine with that.
It's awesome.
No, they're bands that I love, and maybe I'd be like dancing to, but they're not like moshy, like Ghost. They're not moshy bands or anything like that. So I'm fine with sitting down and just swaying and feeling the music.
Here's the thing, you're so
I
right.
love going to mass.
You're so right, but also I was on the barrier and Phantom gave me a guitar pick personally.
I just don't care. That's fine. You do that.
That's fair.
I just don't care.
I, however, have gotten a fucking taste of the mosh pit and I want to go
She
back.
just keeps getting more naked. I forgot about that.
She's owning it. It's fine.
I have no problem with it.
Also, fucking Rambo much?
It's Hobgoblins. What movie are we discussing it? Yes, this very fake. Is that an Uzi? Did he have an Uzi?
Who is this person?
Yes.
Could not tell you. I would hope it's your wife. Otherwise, we have some problems that need to be addressed.
Go investigate.
I hear her.
She's moving around. She texted me. So I don't know.
There's nobody else it could be.
Who else has the login? Who else? Who does defenestration hour?
Tom wouldn't have it.
I actually thought we should get Tom in on this because I feel like he'd have some things
Well,
to
no,
say.
we got to do the mega alien stream. That'll be even bigger.
No, Chris has nixed the aliens because he
You
knows he's just
have?
going to get fucking reamed.
Wait, he doesn't know that. I haven't seen both movies yet.
Oh, you think you're going to lend enough weight to overpower me and Nick
You forget how angry I can be.
and Tom?
Have you seen Aliens?
yes, I've seen
God damn it.
all the cuts.
What if we have mute power on certain people's microphones?
That could
Everybody's
be
allowed a
real.
certain amount of
Anyone
time to
could
mute.
That could get very.
Everyone's allowed to
interesting.
have like 5 seconds of mute at a time if they need to. Like, you just steamrolled me. No, I'm going to finish my thought.
Not today.
Now there's just an army officer that
Yeah,
showed
this
up
whole thing is so
because
ridiculous.
Amy is such a creep.
It's all dumb. It's
Part
all
of a
dumb.
fantasy, he's really there.
Like
Yeah.
Act 1, Act 2, like you can kind of get by. All right, it's cheesy, it's shitty, like it's whatever. Act
This
3
shit
is
goes
so off the fucking
the
rails that it's so dumb. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it ruins everything. Like, and there was nothing much to ruin.
Okay, so this has been bothering me the whole movie, and now I'm seeing this again, and I'm just thinking about it. Why are these guys in their dress greens when they're not on duty?
Because that's how you know that they're in the army.
Well, look, first of all, they're both wearing short sleeve greens, and unless things change, you don't you get those to wear as part of a uniform that does not require the top. You don't get them to wear with the top. He should have full length sleeves that come down. You should be able to see the sleeves of his. I just don't get
Let
it.
me-
It's very-
Let me indulge this.
Max.
They don't care. They don't give a shit about uniform regulations. They're making a stupid movie
Yeah.
where
it
they're
bothers me. I don't know.
implying that people are in the army.
Part of two separate people's fantasies at the same time.
Oh, okay, all right.
Maybe
I'm
that
with you.
explains why it gets
No,
confusing.
it's all part of Kevin's fantasy.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly.
all just what do I need to do to make Kevin's fantasy more real?
Mm.
That's all the Hobgoblins are thinking about this whole time. So that's why it doesn't matter what he looks like. He just has to look good enough to make Amy horny again.
fun that we're
I
getting.
actually thought that's how it was going to end.
Wait, no, sorry,
while
Amy
we're
is-
talking about making
Amy is
Amy
Kevin's
horny
girlfriend.
again.
Daphne.
Sorry, Daphne. You're right. Daphne is who I'm talking about. The ditzy
Daphne's-
blonde is named Daphne.
Yeah.
Real reach there, guys.
Yeah.
Real reach. We've never seen that before.
Well,
She's a redhead in the other
I was
one.
about to say.
It's the same thing.
Have you seen the new music video for The Future is a Foreign Land?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The new Ghost song.
Oh, I don't keep up with most new things.
They have really leaned in on the Scooby-Doo chase music insult and been like, oh, bet.
I mean, that's kind of their vibe.
It's delightful.
I like them because that's their vibe.
Exactly. They have 2 animated music videos out, and they have such like Scooby-Doo vibes. It's incredible.
You know, this is so
They're just-
random that the
they're
only
just
reason I know it's not
ridiculous.
part of the movie is because it's too high def.
Yeah. That's about where I'm at too.
We're watching a commercial right now, and I'm just pointing.
Oh,
The
man.
only reason I can be confident it's not part of the movie is somebody's fantasy. Is it's too clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also the volume is so fucking low on that movie that when the commercials popped up, I almost
This was
died.
the other half of the budget.
Yeah. Oh, the flaming man scene?
Yeah.
No, because they didn't bother with a proper flame suit.
They just set some guy on fire.
Yeah,
This is
That's
the real
not-
guy.
Yeah.
I didn't do any trivia research. I'm just assuming that's Todd, and he went to the hospital.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
He died later.
Probably. You
Or
can't
at
prove
the
this.
time.
This
Do we have anything else to say about Hobgoblins?
I'm talking about Hobgoblins.
It fucking sucks. I hate it. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I like how she puts the grenade in his shirt.
And how the
And then it
explosion
explodes
is
by
nowhere
the
near
door.
him.
Yeah. Which also is just a ball of flame.
Yeah.
And that's not. Anyway, it's all. Now she's horny for the weird pervert guy,
Aren't we all?
which again, probably just his dream. It was 2 hobgoblins in a trench coat the whole time. Yeah. If you haven't seen this movie, go on Tubi, watch it, and then
Get really high first.
I encourage it.
I encourage
I
not doing
require it.
anything to do with this movie.
This was just.
It was an adventure.
Yeah, it was an
I
adventure.
am reading the trivia on IMDb, and this is better than I could have ever imagined.
I'm so glad we all went on this adventure together.
Why, you got something good there, Brooks?
I mean, just like the hobgoblin puppets were operated by a woman who had just been released from a mental hospital.
Slay.
Okay, well now that tracks.
Yeah, it makes
That's the
sense.
very first thing on there. This film was shot without permits.
Shocker.
Again, we're all
The film studio was in a parking lot that was deserted at night next to a crack house.
Also tracks.
Again. Is the crack house where they pretended they lived?
It was
Maybe.
shot
Where
at
the
a single
script came from.
Empty house.
budget of $15,000.
No, that doesn't mean anything.
$15,000.
Because $15,000 in
I was about to say,
1987 or so when this
1980 money.
compared to $15,000 when Paranormal Activity came out. One of those spawned a goddamn franchise.
Yeah.
It is one of the most prolific haunting movies.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying
One of them is this.
15,000 is a lot for this.
McCready's gun was a cap gun. Called it. Purchased for a toy store for $5.
Nice.
Is she doing the phone sex from the same room that they're in right now?
Yes.
No,
I mean,
she can't be because the sign's not up there. Well, if
the
it was, it'd be from a
board-
different angle.
It looks like the same panel.
Yeah, I'm sure they had 2
It is the
rooms
same paneling.
maximum.
Yeah, but it's probably the same room, but it's
Shot from
it's
a
to the
different
side.
angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another desk to the side.
This is just God.
Still not
Of course, the rich studio owner guy doesn't care that other people are in danger.
Of course,
We have to cover our reputation. You are not making money.
the studio is empty.
Sell the studio
That would get
for
you money.
pennies.
It doesn't make sense. Why are they there?
And also,
Like,
again,
Why is there a guy in the office?
locked the door. I feel like that would have solved so many of our problems.
Put a chain on it,
Maybe even just a sign that says "wet paint" would deter people.
Yeah, that's probably more likely to stop people than a chain or a lock.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's really all. Like, that's my concluding thought. For
That's
this
how I'm going to
movie.
keep people from stealing my stuff. I'm just going to put wet paint signs everywhere.
You're welcome.
The hobgoblin puppets were modeled after the composer's cats, Creamed Corn and Kathy.
Also
Okay.
tracks. Naming your cat Cream Corn. You composed the music for this. Yeah, no.
And
Kathy. Yikes.
I don't know what else to say.
Don't go there.
No.
I also enjoyed it.
DIY nunchucks.
Oh yeah, this guy does come back
And
Unbelievable.
gives him.
because he's not real.
I'm buying into your theory more.
This whole movie, the Hobgoblins are just giving Kevin his dream. It's deep, guys. It's deep.
That was
I honestly thought that's how it was going to end. Like, I can't remember exactly what happens, but there's the point where they go back to the old guy at the lot where I thought that that's what they were doing, and I can't remember what made me think that.
No, but that's what they're doing right now. In the watch along we're doing, they see the original thief guy that had shown up that kind of triggered this whole thing.
Yeah.
And he has 2 sets of nunchucks and throws one to Kevin, and then they're both fighting with nunchucks, which again, we're tying into what happened right before Kevin had this happen, is his girlfriend got mad at him for losing a fight he didn't know how to win against a trained person.
Yeah.
And then
Really
he
not
says, I
wrong.
wish I could be a hero to Amy. And then
You're
boom.
completely correct.
And now that same guy shows up and throws nunchucks at him.
Yeah.
And then they start punching each other, and now suddenly he's good at fighting.
No, it is his fantasy.
This is 100% his fantasy. I don't think they were ever bad. I think the old man just got confused.
I love how he has a gun in his sock too.
Of course he has a gun in his sock.
They're next to a crack house.
Oh
You
yeah.
need a gun in your sock.
I don't think that guy was part of the filming. He just showed up.
Yeah, he was just there.
And if it were his fantasy the whole time, that would explain a lot of things. Like, I don't like when he goes to save his friend at Reputation Road. That can't be real, right? That there are signs there that say kissing only and then all the way.
Yeah.
Again, all part of the deep fantasy they need for Kevin to end up being a hero. This is Kevin's hero story.
Yeah.
He follows the hero's journey.
I see it.
There's an older man who teaches him the ropes.
Stop.
No, he follows Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. This is a real thing.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed. We're done.
I've got it. It's a great movie. It's deeper than you could ever imagine.
Nope, it's over.
It could be deep. It could be deep as it wants to be.
Still
It doesn't make it good.
Pack it up.
One
You
last
didn't know. You
Yeah,
didn't
here.
know. Literary nerd.
I don't know who this person is, but Tamara Clatterbuck, assuming one of the actors, had to
Sounds
urinate
like-
behind a bush because there was no money in the budget to afford a portable toilet at the location used for Reputation Road.
100% Daphne.
No, it's
No,
Clatterbuck?
that would have been
Clatterbrook?
phone.
the hotline.
Operator.
Yeah.
Saxophone. I like that.
How sure are you?
It was Fantasia.
She was the only woman at Reputation Road.
I've seen this 5 times now. I know
I'm
who
so
these people
sorry.
are. I like this movie.
It's not.
I'm glad. I'm glad you had fun.
It's not as bad as Wicker Man.
No, it's not.
Wait, which one?
The Nicolas Cage.
I mean, they're both bad, but the Nicolas Cage one is a travesty.
I've started like.
The bees.
I've started.
Oh, we don't have a porta potty budget, so just
Yeah, I know. It could go in the house.
Yeah.
Like a normal human.
Could also wrap this up.
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're good. We've hit the appropriate amount of time, but she's already gone. So now we have to
Quick, end the show without her.
I will.
No, but
Okay.
seriously,
I literally have someplace to go.
oh, that's right. You have somewhere to be.
Yeah.
All right. So tomorrow we have the book club, which is what movie? Coraline.
Coraline.
Book and movie. It's gonna be great. You should check it out. I don't think we have anything coming up this weekend, and then Monday is the next Big Dumb Monsters.
Yeah.
So we're good. Wrap.
We are talking Jeepers Creepers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers for Monday because we wanted it in July on a bad note.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about bad movies that spawn a franchise.
How can we really fuck up summer? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, like just really ended on a bad note. Well, at least we're not watching like the 6th one or something because
It's true.
they just go downhill.
It could be way worse.
All right, so yeah, I think that's all she wrote.
Brooks, it's your
you're
show.
fucking-
Sign
Yeah,
off.
how do you want to sign off, bro?
You should just let her do it because she's all about it. Because she likes to do the, thank you for fighting with us and all that stuff.
Thank you
Blah,
for
blah,
fighting
blah.
with us, and we'll.
Something.
professional, real professional.
So she may be
Hey,
coming
I've
back.
only been on this pod for like 3.5, 4 years, okay?
Oh, is that all?
Is that all? Yeah.
I
I've
don't know
been.
how we end stuff.
She's not coming back. I'm doing outro. We good?
We're wrapping up.
Bye.
Bye.
This week's episode of the Fighting with Friends podcast was hosted by Bridget Kelly and Dr. Sarah Brooks. You can find other episodes of the podcast on